So now we are going to take a closer look at the comparison operators. Comparison operators are used to compare two values. Okay, all right. So they return true or false. So that is important to note. So now let's look at the operators. So we have this operator here. What it means is equal to. So this is like 2 equal to sign. Okay. So 10 equal to 10 is true. Okay. So when you use 2 equal to sign, it means you are trying to check for the equality. Okay. So that is important to note. So now not equal to operator. So we have one exclamation mark and one equal to. Okay. All right. So this means 10 is not equal to 6. And that is also going to output true because they are not equal to each other. And one thing that we need to note, there should be no space between these two equal to sign and no space between, okay, the exclamation mark and one equal to sign. So there should be no spacing. So now the greater than operator, okay, 10 greater than 4. Yes, that is true. Okay. So now let's continue and look at the other ones. So this is the less than operator. Okay, so 10 less than 4. Yes, that is false. Okay, because 10 cannot be less than 4, right? Okay, so now we have greater than or equal to. Okay, so is 10 greater than or equal to 6? Yes, 10 is greater than 6, right? So that's true. All right, so now the last one, we have the less than or equal to operator. So is 10 less than or equal to 5? No, that is false, right? So it is very important to note there can be no spacing between these two. Okay, there can be no spacing. If you make a space, then you are going to have an error. Okay, all right, so let's go to the other side and take a closer look at it. All right, so now it's time to codify what we have just learned previously. But before that, I just want to show you something. Let's say A equal to B. Okay, let me just leave a space here. A equal to B, and let me come down here and say A equal to B. Okay, so sometimes there are times you have seen one equal to sign, and there are times you are going to see two equal to signs. Okay, so I just want to clarify. So what this one equal to sign mean is we are trying to store B in A. Okay, so when you create a variable, you use one equal to sign. Okay, but now if you want to compare two things to check their equality, you have to use two equal to signs. Okay, so now we are checking whether A is equal to B. Okay, but here you are storing B in A. So this is very important to note. Okay, so now let's check the first thing. I'm going to say here print bracket open bracket close, and now I'm going to compare, let's say, two numbers. That is 10. Is 10 equal to 10? Okay, all right. So what is this going to output? It's going to output true because 10 is actually equal to 10. Okay, true. Okay, so what's going to happen if I leave a space between these two equal to sign? Okay, I'm going to have an error. Okay, so you can see we have a syntax error. In fact, it is even suggesting for us whether we meant the two equal to signs here, but they should be side by side. Okay, so it should be side by side. So this is why it is important to note they are not going to be separated. They should be side by side. Okay, so you can see true. So let's check another value. Is 10 equal to 5? No, this is not equal to 5, right? 10 is not equal to 5. Therefore, we're going to have false, right? Okay, so now let's check another value. Now let me remove one equal to sign. And now what I want to do is I want to check whether 10 is not equal to, let's say, 6. So when we say not equal to, we have to use the exclamation mark and an equal to sign. Okay, so let me say, is 10 not equal to 6? Yes, it's true. 10 is not actually equal to 6. Okay, we can also check whether 10 is greater than 4. But before that also, no spacing. Okay, no spacing. If you do spacing, we are going to have a problem. So therefore, no spacing. Okay, all right. So now we can check whether 10 is greater than 4. So if you want to use the greater than operator, so it has to be this one. This one actually, sorry for that. So I can say, is 10 greater than 4? Let's check it out. Is 10 greater than 4? Yes, actually it's true. So the output will be true. Let's say, is 10 greater than 11, for example? No, 10 is not greater than 11. So therefore, we're gonna have false. Okay, all right. So let me say is 10 less than, let me use less than now, is 10 less than 11? This is correct, so output true. Is 10 less than 4? Let's say, is 10 less than 4? No, this is not true, so therefore it's gonna output false. Okay, so now let's check again. Let me say, is 10 greater or equal to 6? Is 10 greater or equal to, let's say, 6? Okay, 6. Let me replace this with 6. This is going to output true because 10 is greater than 6. Okay, so how about if I put is 10 greater or equal to 11? This is going to output false, right? Because this thing here is not true. Okay, all right. We can also check, maybe is 10 greater. Let me just say is 10 less than. Let's check the less than now. Okay, so is 10 less than or equal to 11? Yes, 10 is less than 11, therefore it's gonna output true. Is 10 less than or equal to 5? Let's say, let me load this thing. It's gonna be false. So you can see how you can work with comparison comparison operators, and each statement compare two values and return either true or false. So this is very important to note. So see you on the other side.